Because once you understand the glitches in your operating system, you can start working with your brain instead of constantly fighting it. I'm 4am Marwat. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into it. So here's the setup. For about 99% of human history, life was actually pretty simple in terms of what your brain needed to do. You woke up, you found food, you avoided predators, you stayed in your tribe, and you went to sleep. That's it. That's the whole game. Your brain got really good at that game. But then, bam. Agriculture, cities, the internet, TikTok, 47 unread emails, a 9-to-5, a mortgage, and the crushing existential weight of deciding what to have for dinner every single night. Your brain did not get the update memo. And this is where the mistakes come in. The behaviors that feel like personal failures, procrastination, anxiety, overeating, getting distracted, people-pleasing, doom-scrolling. They're not character flaws. They are perfectly rational responses to a world your brain wasn't designed for. Let me give you a quick example. Why do you crave sugar and junk food? Because 100,000 years ago, sweet things meant calories and calories meant survival. Your brain screams, eat the cookie, because some ancient part of it genuinely believes skipping that cookie could kill you. You're not weak. You're just prehistoric. All right, let's run through the biggest so-called mistakes your brain makes and why they actually made perfect sense back in the day. Mistake number 1, procrastination. Your Stone Age brain is wired for immediate rewards. Kill the mammoth now, eat now, survive now. Long-term planning? That was a luxury reserved for people who weren't actively being chased by a bear. So when you delay a work project in favor of watching videos online, that's not laziness. That's your dopamine system doing exactly what it evolved to do. Chase the quick reward. The fix? Make the future thing feel more immediate. Break it into tiny steps. Tell someone your deadline. Attach a small reward. Basically, trick your inner cave person into thinking the boring task is actually a mammoth worth chasing. Mistake number 2, negativity bias. You know how you can receive 9 compliments and 1 piece of criticism, and your brain just locks onto the criticism like a heat-seeking missile? That's called negativity bias, and your ancestors needed it. If you ignored a negative sign, say a rustling in the bushes, you might get eaten. If you ignored a positive sign, hey, nice sunset. You just missed a sunset. No big deal. So your brain learned to treat bad news as more important than good news. Makes sense in the jungle. Absolutely exhausting in real life. I'll be honest, I had a video a while back that got thousands of nice comments, and I spent 2 days stewing over one guy who said my shirt looked aggressively average. 2 days. My shirt, people. 2 days. That's negativity bias, and knowing it exists, that's the first step to not letting it run your life. Mistake number 3, social anxiety and people-pleasing. Being rejected from your tribe in the Stone Age wasn't just embarrassing, it was a death sentence. You needed your group, so your brain evolved to be hypersensitive to social rejection. That's why public speaking feels scarier than death to most people. That's why you replay awkward conversations at 2 a.m. That's why you say yes to things you absolutely don't want to do. Because deep down, part of your brain genuinely believes that if people don't like you, you will not survive. You will survive. I promise. But your amygdala doesn't know that yet. Mistake number 4, decision fatigue. Your prehistoric ancestors made maybe a dozen meaningful decisions a day. Hunt here or there? Trust this person or not? You? You make thousands. What to eat, what to wear, what to watch, what to click, what to reply, what to buy, who to follow, how to respond, whether that emoji means what you think it means. By the end of the day, your brain is spent. That's why you make worse decisions in the evening. That's why you're more likely to eat junk, pick fights, or fall down a rabbit hole of questionable YouTube content when you're tired. No shade. I'm YouTube content. I appreciate you being here. The fix here is simple. Make your most important decisions early and automate the small stuff wherever you can. Okay, I want to get real with you for a second. A few years ago, I was in a job I genuinely hated. Like Monday morning dread, Sunday scaries, counting down to Friday level of miserable. But I stayed for way too long, and I told myself it was because I was being responsible. But honestly, it was pure uncut loss aversion. Another one of those gorgeous Stone Age brain tricks. Loss aversion means we fear losing something more than we value gaining something of equal value. Researchers have found we feel losses roughly twice as intensely as equivalent gains. So my brain was screaming, "Don't leave. You might lose your income. You might fail. You might be wrong." It wasn't logic. It was a prehistoric risk calculator in my skull, treating a career change like stepping into a dark cave that might contain a lion. The thing that finally helped me move? I reframed it. Instead of thinking about what I might lose, I started asking, what am I already losing by staying? Time, energy, joy, potential. Suddenly, the cave with the lion seemed less scary than the job with the soul-crushing fluorescent lighting. The point is, understanding why my brain was doing what it was doing gave me the power to work with it, not against it. And that changed everything. So, now that you know you're basically a genius cave person navigating a very complicated modern world, here are 3 quick, practical things you can start doing today. 1. Name the bias. When you catch yourself procrastinating, spiraling into negativity, or people-pleasing against your better judgment, just say it out loud. That's my Stone Age brain talking. Seriously. Naming it creates distance between you and the reaction. You're not your instincts. You're the one observing them. 2. Design your environment, not just your mindset. Your brain responds to cues. If you want to eat better, don't rely on willpower. Just don't keep the junk in the house. If you want to focus, put your phone in another room. Work with your ancient hardware by making the right choice, the easy choice. 3. Rest like it's a skill, not a reward. Your brain literally cleans itself during sleep, flushes out waste products, consolidates memory, regulates emotion. Your Stone Age ancestors slept when it was dark. You're watching Netflix until 1 a.m. with every light on. Give the machine some downtime. It will perform better. You will perform better. Here's the big takeaway I want you to walk away with today. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are a highly sophisticated biological organism running ancient software in a world that's changing faster than evolution ever could. The mistakes your brain makes are actually features. They just need a little recalibrating for the era you're actually living in. And the best part? Awareness is already half the battle. The moment you understand why your brain does what it does, you gain the ability to choose differently. That's not just self-improvement, that's self-mastery. Now, what if you found this useful? Here's what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button because every week we break down exactly this kind of stuff. Why your brain works the way it does and the practical no-fluff strategies to work smarter with it. No motivational fluff, no generic advice. Just the real science of becoming a better human, delivered in a way that won't put you to sleep. Also, drop a comment below. Tell me, which of these Stone Age mistakes do you catch yourself making the most? I'm genuinely curious. And if you want to see a deeper dive on any one of these topics, procrastination, negativity bias, decision fatigue, let me know. This channel runs on your curiosity. You're a genius, a slightly prehistoric one, but a genius nonetheless. See you next week.